As promised, I have come up with Matlab examples, and as you can see, this is the code for the popular functions like sine, cos, tan, square, cube, inverse, sine hyperbolic, cos hyperbolic, tan hyperbolic, like that. And I'll pause the video for some time so that if you want, you can as well note down the code and run it on your devices. Android. I'm doing this on Android device, so you can as well do it on Android device. So yeah, and then this is the second part of the code. I can't show you the full page at once. So this is the code for functions the cube onwards, and the last code will be on that of tan hyperbolic. So that's the code part. And now let us see how it looks like if you run. This is how it looks like. The first one is a sine function. Sine function starts from 0 and peaks at 1 and goes down to 0 and -1, and like that. And then we have of course, next one is cos function, starts at 0, peaks at 1, goes back to 0, 1, it alternates between 1 and 0. And then we have the tan function, tan, and this is the famous hyperbola of a square function. Square function, as we all know, has two values, negative and positive give the square. So this is the of course the cube function. It is very steep. As the number in x increases, y is very steep, higher values. And then this is the inverse function, I think. Yeah. And the I see properly here, but this is of course cos hyperbolic is exactly like the square function, almost like a square function. This is tan hyperbolic. And then then when we will go to, I will show you another function, of course, the famous zeta function, the very simple code. This is you can note down the code if you want, and you can clearly see that the function has is like half plus 1i into y. The half is the real part, and 1i into y is the imaginary part. So yeah, and let us see how when we run this code, how it will look like. Let us see. It will take a while because zeta is no ordinary function. Little bit complicated. Yeah, this is how it looks like. That's the zeta function. So yeah, as and when possible, I will be supplying the code for Matlab code for the functions, interesting functions. Uh, yeah, I find Matlab very useful in visualizing the functions. So uh, I will provide Matlab code whenever possible. Whenever I feel it is the function is interesting, I'll provide the code, and so that you can also run it yourself and see, get the satisfaction of doing it yourself.